Path of Nature base damage at 10. So
Okay, so I'm looking forward to see it. Can Dahak still do it on his Prophet? He's done it many times in the past on previous patches. We'll see if he can still do it now. So we get ourselves into game 2. Of course, BetBoom, they had a very easy game 1. See what more of a challenge one move can bring to them here this second time round.
And let's see if I'm really curious to see if it's going to work out this time, because on paper it doesn't look the easiest really versus Mars. Mars is always going to make things a little complicated. Ember gets on top of you, Weaver gets on top of you. So yeah, I'm looking forward to see what he's going to do. Yes, he has swap to protect him in a lot of situations, of course, with Seneko, but I don't know. I'm kind of liking one moves, I think, because I feel like they can just actually hit a pretty good pacing. I don't know. I'm always a little iffy on the Nature's Prophet carry, to be honest with you.
No, yeah, I agree. I think there's multiple ways that they can really cause issues for the Prophet. I mean, it like kind of sneaking into the trees. It's not really going to be much of an option. Ember's going to be hunting you down in the tree line. Weaver's going to be chucking bugs out. You can't really hide yourself in the sprout. Yeah, there's ways to play against that. You know, you've got the spear.
Yeah, it's just a lot of ways to get on him and a lot of ways to mess up his positioning in particular. Like Marcy, a lot of times, especially versus these like range carries, could be a little disruptive. You throw them out of position into the midst of everything. Yeah, let's see.
There we go. It's a very, very important game. Of course, the loser of this series, it's a rough spot to be in. You know, you were one series away from making it to at least the last chance qualifiers. And, you know, obviously, whilst the last chance qualifiers will be pretty grueling, you know, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be a tough sort of mini tournament to fight for that spot for TI. It will definitely be quite an experience, right? You know, for these teams, getting to go to that level of LAN will be a huge opportunity.
Yeah, it's going to be hype. I mean,
yeah.
Everyone wants to at least make it to TI in some type of way.
Yeah, you know, it's like you could have, you know, you're around the corner from it.
I was there.
Yeah, you were there for the last chance qualifiers. You know, it's definitely an achievement.
Hey, don't worry. That's what I say. I was at TI5 in the wildcards.
Yeah, I was in the TI finals as a caster.
As a caster. Easy. All right, let's see how these runes end up going. Should just be the 2 for 2. Noticed trying to claim the spot for the 3rd.
Nice, he's trading very nicely here against Knight.
Great trade.
Yeah,
easy
and he gets damage.
It. So 3 for BetBoom because of it.
Okay. Oh, Pantomime. Going to go in here and try and set up for the kill. They're going to get it here. Seneco's looking pretty dead. Locked off. Taken down. First blood here for one move.
Oh, it looks like Afterlife was trying to save for the last hit, but gets stunned. Sayush ends up taking it. Yeah, and this time it is Panto playing the Marcy, so a bit of a switch. We've seen Sayush, I think, play both times that I saw at least. But he's a gold Marcy, so...
Well, what's the reason for the change-up? They just want the Sky top spamming spells into the face of the carry?
Both reasons, right? It's a Weaver Marcy lane. It actually utilizes sidekick. Ranged melee pairing. But yeah, Wise on mid lane to see how much he's able to dodge versus the Shadow Strikes.
Let's see how this mid goes. We saw this earlier today. It was GPK Quap against no one Ember Spirit, and it was rough, very rough for the Ember Spirit.
Yeah, Laura's not even attempting for the Shadow Strike. Maybe wanting to just wait for 3 until he starts throwing them out, but focused more on the CS at the moment rather than the bullying. Which is, I mean, GPK was all about bullying. Top. Tough lane, really. The Nature's Prophet should be able to get some okay farm, at least, but Venge doesn't do much of it. There's a reason this hero doesn't get picked too much. You do not really contribute too much in lane.
I mean, what do you think overall Venge is going to offer? You know, why did they go for it as the first pick?
I'm really not sure, Owen. I don't really know. I think maybe it's something like Seneko like is like, this is actually a good hero now or something like that, because there's nothing that, you know, they picked it so early. Like you said, maybe a preventative thing versus Enigma, but then they banned it anyway, so I'm not sure.
Trying his best to trade here with Sayush, but Sayush is definitely winning the fight.
Yeah. Maybe relying on a Treant that would come in or something, Seneko. But yeah, Sayush with the null already picked up after first blood. This time the Shadow Strike will connect onto Mellow. Level 2 Shadow. No one checking 2-minute runes, though. Everyone just focused on their lane. So it looks like Mello, he should be able to do okay, at least.
I mean, bottom,
much better.
Bottom lane, it doesn't look like it's the easiest test of times for Knight to farm as the Weaver. He's a little behind on CS.
No, he started low as well, too, right? And the sentry is in the lane. That's one of the most important things. Whenever you're playing versus Weaver is just have a sentry hidden in lane. So every time you shoot Gucci's, you get extra hits on him. Maybe we're seeing the constant spam, constant stop cancel of the Shadow Strike.
Is it working? Is he baiting out any sleight of fist, or is Mello keeping it cool?
Mello is keeping it cool.
Is he? He's holding it.
Cool as a cucumber. Look at him. Oh, this time he got him.
I mean, it really is the thing in this matchup. You know, regardless of how good of an Ember Spirit you are, it's just so hard to know when he's going to let it go with the daggers. You know?
So the little tip is you wait for the sound cue. A lot of players wait for animation, wait for the sound cue.
Okay. Well, when you hear that sort of whiplash sound, that's when it's gone. That's
always the way to dodge it. A lot of players just use it when they see animation, but it's really about the sound cue.
And of course, as you see there, you know, even when you do sleight of fist, the timing has to be perfect. You've got to be, your hero has to be flying directly through it during the sleight, otherwise it will follow you through and catch you after the sleight of fist. So it's very hard to play.
Kill though, bottom. They're able to actually find the Phoenix, get out of position, pre-dive. Yeah, unless you have like a big creep wave, it can be a bit hard to dodge for sure.
No, for sure. Yeah, if you've only got a couple of units, you're very unlikely to dodge unless you get the perfect angle.
So far, not bad for Dahak top. Actually, keeping even with the Mars. I thought it'd be a little harder because of the backup. You know, he has Avenge, but nope. Treants plus Wave of Terror. Actually, maybe that's what they were going for. Something along those lines. That is annoying.
Yeah, and I guess he's just sort of with the good stats on Seneco's Avenge and stuff. He's just tanking a lot of the aggression. Yeah. You know, most of the spells of Sky being thrown the way of Seneko, so Dahak's kind of been left untouched.
Yeah, Afterlife is actually just getting hit by these Treants also, too. You can't really trade with them. They have the extra regen of the Flag Bearer creep, too, that makes it even harder to trade with them. Okay, cool. Now bottom. Constantly looking to get aggressive. They're out of regen down here, though. Knight just incredibly low. Also, I didn't notice, so I guess that also is part of the reason why they got the kill. He went for Swarm at level 3, so instead of having 2 Quartz and Shukuchi, he commits for that. But this is difficult for the Weaver, though. Constant spam. And they're getting side pulls. They're shoving the waves so hard under tower that they're now getting these side pulls constantly.
Oh, top lane. Dahak's just gone and found himself a kill opportunity. Sayesh was getting baited in there by Seneko. Dahak able to wrap around and take him down.
Definitely scary for Skywrath versus these two. The 1 armor. And mid, okay. Well, he does die, but at least he's going to be able to fill up Mello's bottle before the 6-minute power rune. And now he can look to play around it as well, too. So, I mean, painful death, but at the same time, at least he gets something out of it. If he's able to help with this rune.
Well, they can do it. They have got the Ancient Seal. And that is all. And a regen rune at the ready. Seneko in the area as well. Make sure that Lal has no trouble grabbing that.
The dream.
Definitely a better start for one move. They are still behind.
Yeah, and definitely some fear, at least for the Weaver, with this like matchup. He's 400 just behind even the Beastmaster. Like, Noticed is applying a ton of pressure with this Axis build.
He's very squishy as well. Once sort of the 6 hits, there's definitely kill opportunity if Knight's not too careful.
It's all across the board. Seneko getting chased.
Might get denied to Roche.
Gonna try. Nice attempt. Yeah, it's tons of burst, really. Like, if he gets caught from a stun, a Sonic Wave comes in. Either
Panto's looking pretty dead here, right? He's already rebounded. Yeah, he's not got anywhere to jump out of that.
And now Roar is about to be at the ready.
I mean, wave. As soon as Roar's online, I don't know if you can really hang around here if you're the Weaver. Yeah. It's a very dangerous lane to be in.
Yeah, they're even sending the Venge down. Yeah. Wrath of Nature actually gets popped a little early. I thought maybe they'd set up for a kill on that one with the Hawk, but
And with the three of them, they might not need it. If they can get Raw into Magic Missile, this Weaver will be pretty dead.
Yeah, and they have the Sentry already placed down if he does Shikuchi through.
Panto jumps in. He wanted to start a bit of a move there, but I don't think there was any move to be had, especially with the Hack joining the forces here.
And now it's the BetBoom special. This is what they did with the Nature's Prophet at the Major in particular that caught a lot of teams off guard. It's the old school way to NP. You just show up early to these towers and start dictating pace of the game.
And what this sort of early move just doesn't really have any sort of response.
No. Ruin. Just on top for the Ember, Mellow. But yeah, tower's already dead. The only way they can set up for that defense is if Mellow feels strong enough, or if Afterlife. It's one of the two cores. And they're not going to do so. Top. They're swinging up with 4 heroes, though, so looking to get a trade.
They should find it. It looks like, likewise, BetBoom don't want to turn up to defend these side lane tier 1s.
They got a deep ward, too, behind. So you actually placed it to watch the rotation as... Hello?
Look at the dagger in onto Roger. They'll take him down. See what he could take away from this stack.
He's taking quite a lot of it.
He's getting the majority. Yeah.
Nicely done.
They'll pretty much get it all that one move.
And Seneko, a bit frayed. He places the ward on top of his outpost just to ensure that they get some vision over here. He sees them coming.
Never refuse gold.
They won't commit for him, though. Mello just wants the rune.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Decent trades. Mello getting it relatively caught back up versus this Quap. And looking at the Quap's build this time around, Laurel, he's gonna go Orchids. So he's seen, I mean, I feel we just see so many different builds from players. So I've seen like a Sage first, I've seen Alkaya first, I've seen kind of everything on Quap.
I like the Orchid this game. You're playing against 2 cores, right? This Ember and Weaver that will die during a silence to your full combo. So, good kill opportunity.
Yep, Orchid always super valuable versus elusive cores.
We are going to also talk about a bit of an old school build, right? Knight, I think he's rushing Lincolns, right?
It does look like that, yeah. I guess just really afraid of the Roar.
Yeah.
They can still point target the Wrath of Nature on him, though, and then set up with Roar in a lot of situations. So has to watch out to be tripped up from that. Okay. I mean, maybe feels like he's going to have damage being provided from his Mars and Ember, too, so he just wants to be able to survive.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. Yeah, Mars and Ember do high physical burst.
Yeah, I guess, I mean, that's the only reason that I could see him wanting to go for it. Some pressure onto mid. They've got the haste. They've got Sayush in the area. Not 6 yet on Sky. Bomb is going to be coming out. Doesn't mean they lack a little bit of that burst to take down anybody, especially like Laurel. But yeah, Sky, the courier's coming. He's going to nearly be that 6 with it. Dahak in an incredibly aggressive position farming.
Farming the enemy ancients.
Hey, Sayush walks over and he's like, wait, what the hell? Roger? Might get ran down. Nope, he's okay. So there you go. He might get ran down.
Nah, he's looking pretty dead.
He's looking pretty dead.
Was getting quite a bit of space down here.
He's got backup.
I mean, oh, yeah, got rebukes up. Afterlife's going to go for the TP out. Oh, it's not going to kill him. He's away.
Ooh, Laurel did not do the math. The double bracers, the soul ring, very tanky Afterlife. All right, pretty nice for one move now.
Still what? Still a 2K lead here for BetBoom.
Yep, they don't have to worry though about the Quap Sonic Wave catching like an Ember or Weaver though. So now for the next honestly for the next minute and a half, they should be pretty safe to farm the map aggressively on Ember and Weaver. Because that burst is all they're really concerned about. Even if they get roared, they might still survive if there's no Sonic Wave.
Seneko. Trying the magic missile. Pantomime also jumps in. They're going to blink forward aggressively to pick up the arcane rune, but Lal, he may just die for this one. He's surrounded. They'll kill him off. As they'll lose Lal, but the hack turns up. The rest of the team, BetBoom, will still be the ones to clean up.
Okay, they brought the numbers. That was crazy blink by Laurel.
I really wanted that arcane.
And he really did. Maybe I guess his team was probably also telling him, like, the Hawk's probably like, yo, I'm coming in if you do go for the 7th play. I'll clean up. So.
I'll tell you what, if you're going for that play as well, a little unfortunate he did pop it. Well, it would have been a bit of value if he had saved it.
He was too quick with his fingers.
Yeah. See here.
Afterlife.
He's got the arena down onto the 2 of them. I think he catch out Notice. Spear combo as well. Looked into the side of the wall. Noticed he'll fall alongside Suneko. 2 of them hanging around a bit around that tier 1. And now with the chase, they'll catch Roger as well. He's in the chains. That's 1 move.
They got a slight.
And now Mal. He's got to be very careful. Cannot afford to die after they lost that many heroes. And now that tier 1 tower in the mid lane, it's going down.
Huge ult from Afterlife. He just like ends up behind them. I think they did not expect to see him there. Gets it perfectly.
It must have been pretty quick after Arena had just come back online as well, so maybe just catching them off guard there. To the earlier play down bottom for Suneko.
Pretty good trade. Holding the tower as long as possible, trying to defend this mid tower, not letting this Nature's Prophet and Beastmaster get that push going too early.
And this is looking good.
Looking pretty good for 1 move.
Yeah, I mean, they had a really rough game 1. They just didn't get to do anything at all, really. It was a slow and painful farm until you lose kind of game for them.
Yeah, and so far, killing the Quap that once, it's pretty big. Laurel going to be slowed down a lot, and he is going for Orchid, so he's not going to have a way to protect himself unless he gets that pre-silence onto Mars or Ember in particular.
I'll see what catch they can find here, Lyle. Oh. Should be fine here. That was close. Mellow, haste room ready for the next move.
And they can keep looking to be aggressive. As we said, 1 move, like they have great kill combos across the board. Afterlife is about to have blink too, so he's gonna have easier ways to go for these catches on side lanes. BetBoom, I mean, they're just looking to maximize at the moment, but they're very split up.
Mello's trying to go in mid.
He's got Panto waiting from behind.
And down bottom, Afterlife. How's that blink dagger done? So ready for the catch.
They have vision though. They do see Seuss right there, right next to him. 1 move is trying to get aggressive to play around the weave, but I mean they're getting a lot of farm around the map on 1 move. They're chilling. My Knight, he's got his Lincolns done. Might get picked off from Dahak. Yeah. Oh, oh, it lives. Okay. So I will have it finished, and yeah, that's gonna make him. I don't. How the hell do they catch this Weaver on side push ever? With Lincolns, like you need Roar and Venge in particular, or you need to do the break Lincolns pop with Wrath of Nature and hope that you can get the Roar at the same time. Those definitely look difficult for them to catch these elusive heroes.
Oh, so meanwhile, the catch for 1 move is pretty nice.
Yeah, everyone's got it.
What a great ways to start the fights.
Keeping themselves poised aggressively, too, in the enemy jungle. Playing around this Mars. Using this power rune as well. Dahak now starting to scout things out. We're seeing the Treants being sent to get some information. And BetBoom's going to smoke themselves. Helm of Overlord, ready, pushing mid. And Laurel does have Orchid. Wants to find a big core. We'll show where they are with the axes for a second. 1 move should know that most of BetBoom is on the right side here.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Scared to run into the army. Suneko looking for perhaps a swap into silence. Whoop.
Nearly had it there. Nearly had it, but caught by the Ancient Seal. He's just going to get bailed on.
Oh, for sure. I mean,
everybody's like, all right, see you, Suneko. Good luck with that.
Yeah, they don't want to walk into high ground versus this Mars. He was so close. Like he literally got fogged in the tree line there for a quick second. Otherwise, they might just get that kill. Could have gotten turned on still, for sure. 1 move was well in position, but 1 move looking to capitalize on that kill. See Dahak summons bottom, so they're hunting for him in the tree lines. These two will likely kill anybody they find unless there's a Venge swap to bail them out. BetBoom. They seem to be walking together. They seem to know. Instant Orchid.
Straight away, Lyle able to react. If they can burst through the Mars, they can. Very, very quick to go for that one, and now they're ready to catch for more. Sprout down, blocking off the escape of Sayush.
Great read from BetBoom.
Lyle can keep going.
They knew. Like, they were so well positioned. The Venge was perfectly ready for swap 2. If anything did even kick off. Bento.
What? They've got him with the raw.
Roche time.
I mean, that's the thing. With this lineup from BetBoom, you get any sort of number of kills, you're going to tear through objectives. Whether it's Roche or towers, whatever they want to go for, they'll get it quickly. Okay,
they're actually looking to deny farm instead first. The Radiant expects the Roche to be coming out. They're scanning right now, too.
I mean, Afterlife has got Blink Arena.
And now they'll have to back it up. If they'd gone right away during the kills, perhaps they could have opted for it, but one move now, respawning.
Yep.
Don't think they want to go for it without Roar. A Midas. Roger,
I was just saying, fan of this, Roger, yeah. Midas Phoenix, let's go. I mean, we used to, I feel like this was one of the supports where it was more often that you could go the Midas route right back in a couple of patches ago.
It's the only acceptable support Midas, in my opinion.
Okay, well, because of how much stronger your ult gets, or
Phoenix is one of these like 4s that can carry a game. He's like one of the only ones that's just like, this guy will straight up carry if he does get to the point of scaling. So I'm always okay. That's the only one that I'm okay with, honestly. There's no other support Midas. I'm actually thinking if there is another one.
What about Dark Willow?
No. That was the other one I was thinking about.
Let me get on the phone to Puppy.
That was the other one I was thinking about, though, to be honest. But
I guess, yeah, to be fair to Puppy what he did, because indeed, when you're talking about supports that carry the game, Dark Willow actually is one of them.
Yeah, me. Yeah. So, BetBoom, feeling confident about the scaling in this game. They do have these auras that are going to be buffing them up a lot. Still keen to fight, though. No BKB, as we mentioned on the quad, but has a haste rune, so feels a lot better.
Ooh, whoa, not quite able to grab him.
If they get the chains there, it's likely a kill immediately.
Yeah, they're just straight on top of him.
Yeah. This is the BKB timing smoke also from one move from Melojewel.
Okay.
BetBoom's got high ground.
Echo. He's going to be able to start things with the magic missile into the Raw. We'll see Panto try and get the Mars off to the side, but the Sonic Waves finish him off. Afterlife goes down. Melo, he'll come in with the BK, but he's just going in against the 5 of them. I think he realized he bit off a bit more than he could chew there. Popping the BKB, going headfirst into them was like, hang on. Their whole team's there. My whole team's backed off.
And now they can rush after that successful
pick. BKB's gone on the Ember and no Mars.
An easy one for BetBoom. And that's also, you know, you asked what else about the Venge. This is something Venge always gives you. A little bit of extra aura and rush control.
Yeah, and I tell you, just walking up and stunning people. It's done very nice for Seneca the last few plays. Just walks up magic missiles and Mars, and the setup's there for the follow-up to come in and kill him.
That's the other thing Vengeful's really good at. Breaking smokes. Breaking ganks.
See if one move can do anything else right now. They've got their eyes on Roger.
They're getting quite out-resourced now of the map after like these last just little moves from BetBoom. Just reading the map, the macro game is super nice from them. You see the growth, the Mars. Afterlife, he got a pretty good timing on his blink tag.
Yeah, he had a good start to this game.
Stopped.
Absolutely, yeah, last 2 times he's just been picked off at the start of the fight.
Yeah, he just gets orchided before he can actually do anything. He blinks in too. He blinks in to get initiated on. And it's gonna get harder and harder. I feel like it gets not harder and harder, but it gets like scarier versus the BKBs. Like Nature's Prophet, he has his done, and Quap's gonna have her done soon. So for Mars, his opportunity of catching cores does get more difficult.
Double damage.
BetBoom's starting to kick up that pace too. Now they're able to take the outpost away too.
Immediate smoke up. They're going to have the ults at the ready. 10 seconds until Sonic Wave's back on.
What do they have unnoticed? He's gone for drum. Okay. So more auras. They have almost all of them now, at least the damage beneficial ones.
Dire's top tower is
and Roger is 12. He's got Midas, so continuing to get that increased net worth too.
The seeds of fortune.
Yeah, one move. I mean, they're getting out farmed on the map. They are the Weaver is he's survivable, but it's just the pace of the game that they want. Knight.
What the Lincolns?
Dire
Can
are
they
scared.
find him in the trees? Oh, straight on top of him, Lal.
He doesn't know where to go.
Oh, they've time lapse. They
Lincoln's
know
back
he's
up.
in it. There's 5 heroes hunting for him, and they should find him.
They do. And Roger wins the Gauntlet Challenge versus Smiling Knight. And that's a huge pick now too, right? The Weaver that's been free farming the whole game, 40 seconds off the map. Now they can kind of dominate the control. Full Gleipnir also for Dahak, so a little bit of adaptation in the build. The double rooting, you know, the roots versus these elusive cores is going to be really strong. BetBoom again, I mean, kind of, they're running away with it in this really smart macro way, because it's 11 to 10. They're not getting objectives or these like huge kills, but they're dominating the map just with these movements.
Dire's bottom tower
For the
is
Queen of
under
Pain
attack.
as well now. It
Oof.
definitely feels like despite one move having a better
Radiant's
start
top
this
tower
game, the
is
sort
under
of the
attack.
whole mid game has just been completely controlled by BetBoom.
Yeah, and
Like
they're
they-
just going to be able to shove these lanes in, constantly pick and choose their battles with these BKBs. Around, like if they see Mars ult, like they just have to save those BKBs for the Mars ult in particular.
Yeah, that really feels like the biggest threat. You know, Afterlife getting an arena spear on one of them. If that doesn't happen, very unlikely BetBoom's cores are going to die at the start of a fight.
Yeah. Even playing safe, look at the Hawk. He's staying near like the tier 2 while his trees push up on him. His team smoke together to go try to meet him. They're actually gonna look to play around the ancient side. They have a Hawk still here. I mean, the Hawk can TP anywhere he wants. I guess
Yeah.
that's the big thing, so.
Yeah, they're still around the area where they've got the 2 tier 2s to take, that mid and top.
Does that see them? That's, I think it's just on the, yeah, it's just on the edge, right? Okay, so it doesn't quite see them just yet. So close.
Radiant's
They caught a
top
glimpse.
tower is under
I think they
attack.
saw the Remnant being thrown back.
Yeah, they'll see him now. Slight fist down and oh, lol! It's immediately for him there.
Dire's bottom tower.
Trying to force a BKB.
Radiant's top tower is under
And
attack.
we'll definitely force the
Radiant's
space
top
here
tower
for them to
has
take that
fallen.
tier 2 top. Creep wave as well, coming down the mid lane.
Is under attack.
Getting far too much out of the map. Afterlife, he has BKB now done, but it's been a long period of time where they haven't been able to find any pick-off on one move.
It's got to be a big arena. And
Dire's bottom
ideally
tower
for
is
them,
under
after
attack.
this 20 seconds of age just comes to an end.
And if they have to get it, I mean, you have to get it in a core, but there's Avenge. That's the really big difficulty of it all, too. It's like, even if you catch them pre-BKB, there's gonna likely be a swap if Sineko's actually in the right position. So tough for Afterlife to get the right snag. Bought themselves a gem early. Mello actually the one carrying it, so wanting to at least watch out for those Hawks and try to play at least one fight where they can feel that an advantage. But it feels like, I feel like for them, like playing one move, it feels like they feel like they're always under vision, always feel like they're being watched, and they're like BetBoom's playing around them perfectly. So can understand why he's going for gem this early.
Still going to take a bit of time until Knight really has the damage to carry. He needs at least the full Mjolnir. At the moment, just Maelstrom Dragon Lance. He's not hitting too hard at all.
And then also, it's like, what attention does he want to put? Because we haven't really gotten to the points of these big team fights, but who's he going to focus fire? Will he go for killing a straight target, or will he go for the egg? Because he's the one who has to put the attention onto Roger.
Yeah, it feels like it's a very hard fight for him to really sort of stand still and hit anyone.
Yeah,
Radiant's
definitely
middle
has his
tower
work cut
has
out for him.
fallen.
As Roger continues to scale, kind of almost like a core in a way, right? Level 14. If you look at all the counterparts, he's actually tied up with the Beastmaster number. Constant Hawks to scout out, even though they get killed right away, they give the information, so immediately BetBoom knows one move's all kind of bottom side right now. Level 2 swap online for
Radiant's
Sineko
top
also, so
tower
a little
is
more
under attack.
liberty of where he's positioned, also more damage reduction.
Dire's
He does
bottom
get it on the
tower is
target
under
that
attack.
gets initiated on. Yeah, out resources, you know, they're just out farming the map,
It does
out
feel
scaling.
like one mover falling into a bit of the same sort of phase that they had in game 1 where,
Look at this ward.
what can they do?
He breaks it. Yep.
There we go, straight away. Textbook.
Beautifully done. The Wrath of Nature, as we said, to break that Linken's that they're going to do multiple times, and then they get the silence. Picture perfect. A different ward placement, but I think BetBoom knows one move is desperate to find farm, so they place it in their own ancient area because they know that's where the Weaver's going to go. Now they're full out hunting.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Even going to start knocking on the front door. Dies fast with these auras.
I mean, they're probably going to have to get back for the defense soon. Because the same...
He's trying to force something on that.
He's just running into them.
They want to try for him.
See if they can burst him. Oh, they can. That's a big kill there, and one that Dahak sort of offered himself up for, trying to poke at the Mars like that.
Call that the carry cockiness, right?
Yeah, it happens a lot.
Yeah, he's like, I can BKB before this Mars spears me.
He's feeling pretty strong, and then suddenly, bam! Next thing you know, 2 spells have just gotten you killed.
And it could have been huge because Roche could have actually just respawned, and that would have been pretty big for one move if it did. Fortunately for BetBoom, of course, though, it's a 2.5-minute spawn, so Nature's Prophet will be back.
Yeah, so it won't matter too much at all.
No.
And of course, with the lead that they have, you know, Dahak can afford to die a couple of times solo. Maybe not more than that, but
maybe not more than that.
At least a couple.
I mean, he was really pushing the limits there of trying to bully them. Yeah, minute 45 though, so he'll have time to get these lanes back into the right position. Full BKB, of course, for Notice as well now on top of the Shard. Some annoying roots that can come out. And yeah, just super hard for Afterlife to initiate. He has to get them pre-BKB, and it has to be without Seneko near.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Roger's starting to approach an actual item as well, too, which will make things a lot more difficult. Soon as Shiva is going to be kicked into the fights, too. Ooh, not really this super hard initiating team. I know more about this counter initiation. In the big team fights, that is, and pick offshore. Holds on to the BKB nicely, trusts his teammate. And now an AC down, so the Hawk, he's quite large this game. So many auras for his team. Like, everyone's going to do a lot of damage. It's not just going to be him. The right-click damage on everybody is going to be through the roof. Drums, Helm of Overlord, Vengeance Aura, AC Aura.
I mean, 30 seconds or so, and Roche is going to be up, and you know, BetBoom definitely with an advantage of being able to just walk into the pit and probably not caring too much. I mean, the sort of combo that's been killing them, the Arena and Mystic Flare. If it deletes anyone, it's probably only going to be the one hero.
And if they're as a unit, you know, that's more of like a pick-off thing.
Yeah.
If there's a team fight, it's very unlikely that it's actually going to be able to clear anyone out. And there we go. Roche is up. They know it immediately because the Hawk is there. And yeah, fighting around this pit, it's even harder because there's this Phoenix that is quite large.
I'm going to try it. The smoke top.
Yep, let's see.
Afterlife might have to make some sort of YOLO move here with the Blinken.
Melo's the one going in first.
He's gone in, but Lars already put the BKB. Same for Melo, but the Roar's there. There's the jump with the Arena. Get the spear onto Seneko, but not onto any of the big cores. As they've lost their Ember Spirit, we'll see Knight try and push on, but he just doesn't have the damage right now, especially to fight for a BKB. As the Mjolnir proc's not doing enough at all. Sayash also to fall. This will be a buyback from Panto, but this fight very much already over here for one move.
They didn't even have to like layer their spells in like perfectly or anything on BetBoom. The egg comes after the fight's actually already decided. They just focus Fire Mellow with the Roar. Fully burst down. The Hawk threatening bottom, forcing a reaction perhaps, and then they can look to go for that Roshan right after a reaction happens. Clean moves from BetBoom all game again. Kills do not matter. And we're about to hit level 20 also, where the true power of Nature's Prophet, of course, you know, Sprout Leash. That's where even more devastating for Ember Spirit. And yeah, we get to see the Nature's Prophet shard, which I still don't really fully understand myself, as I've seen people use it on me and I still don't know. It just seems to do some damage as well.
Yeah, I guess the Night Word says you get vision of them in fog as well.
Oh yeah, that's the other.
So
Yeah, it does
you can't hide.
Yep. Sure.
15k lead now. He's nearly got his BKB Knight.
Okay, but
Still not really going to solve the damage issues, though.
no, it's not. Who are they going to focus? Who do they kill? Who do they focus fire? And will you be able to win the fight also when the Phoenix actually ults at the same time as everything's kicking off too? As Roger's about to be 18 also. Shiva's done. Ceremonial robe to boot. Too many things for them to deal with.
Radiant are scanning.
So they're on the move. Afterlife and Sayish looking for that pick-off potential that they have managed to execute a fair few times.
Gotta get a big one though, because they could just get a pick on a support and then get roared and lose their core. Blink Dagger now unnoticed also, so an easier form for him to get the roar off. Yeah, BetBoom can just continue to play so clean, all grouping up together. Headband to push away noticed.
The hack also caught by the spear. Sayish will get left behind.
Carry me off. It's the nature of the beast.
Again, just outside of the ability to pick off. Not able to really bring things together here, one move.
Afterlife. They're thinking about it for him. Hawk's here.
They've got the catch. Are they able to get the follow-up in time? Swap back into the range of the road. Will manage to get the BKB off. But looks like the physicals are more than enough here from BetBoom to take out this Mars.
Everyone does high physical damage around that Beast Venge, as you see.
Bottom tower is under attack.
50 seconds.
Radiant structure.
Might have to buy back to save the racks.
See Knight in the trees. Actually get the connection on the magic missile there. Fortification comes through from one move. Jump in from Mellow.
Okay. They're 40 seconds. They're really trying to hang on to the Mars buyback.
They've got the root, they've got the silence. Has put the BKB.
Laurel?
He's been leashed though for now. He's trying to take down this Queen of Pain. Laurel, he's going to be able to blink out in time. He will live. The hack has still got Aegis and BKB. So he's going to be ready here on the second round to put the BKB and fight if one move try and go for him again. Doesn't look like they will. They know that they can't.
Laurel is incredibly low. He probably does not want to be here at all. Yeah, he's getting out. Okay, hold from one move, but at the same time also trapped in their base as BetBoom now gonna go out to the map, clean everything up, and keep that push going. Continues to just be super hard for them to ever take a head-on fight. I can't believe they don't even finish off the bot there. I think Laurel had the plate now, so it's a little tankier than expected. BetBoom all grouped up again. 20 seconds on BKB for Queen of Pain. Pretty good rune at least. Mellow finds an Arcane. But these fights still just, feeling so complicated because how many heroes they have to go through, and everyone does do that much damage, magical and physical at this point.
Go smoke from one move. Afterlife, can he get that arena?
Did that Hawk, I think that Hawk may have seen it, right? It was very close.
I seem to know something's around it.
I didn't get to see it. It looked like I thought it did catch a glimpse of it on the side, but I looked a little late.
A gift from the goddess.
BetBoom's starting to feel pretty good. Even Seneco's starting to finally get some farm for his team. He's actually 3/4 away toward an Aghanims too. So even if they do pick him off in the start of the fight, he's going to be likely to be able to be there for the swap or protection for his chorus again. Trapped in the base now, one move.
Dire are scanning. Radiant are scanning. Radiant's courier has been killed.
See where they go now. Again, the same area that they're Just waiting for BetBoom to step into, try and have a chance of catching them, but
they're just hoping for once that they split up, right?
They
like,
are,
BetBoom's
yeah.
like just never splitting up, so they're just not giving this Mars Sky, this Ember Sky, they're just never giving opportunities for them to get those pickoffs. The Hawk's the only one kind of ever playing alone, and he is just way too far to find most of those situations. The rest of the team, it's been a 4-man unit for 20 minutes. Might get a big wrap around here too. The Hawk flies through.
the Hawk ready to TP in on the trees. This Knight, he's going to sneak past them, but they'll see him. And they've caught him. No chance for a time lapse, a BKB or anything. That's Knight out of the game. Afterlife as well. Also not able to pop BKB, or if anything, just chooses not to, so he has it for the defense. Well, he almost certainly will have to buy back here. You know, BetBoom, they're taking out 2 cores. They'll be ready to run it down one of the lanes.
I guess he didn't want a BKB on the Weaver either, like BKB time lapse and then run upwards or something. He literally just got silenced and then just stood there and died.
Dire's top
Yeah,
tower
yeah.
is under attack.
I guess saving it for the high ground defense with a buyback.
I guess so.
Wanting to have BKB for this situation.
All lanes pushed in.
And BetBoom's going to
Time
be
to-
ready to push.
Radiant's
time
middle
to go.
tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's
Attempts to
middle
clear the
tower
wave, but yeah,
has
everyone's
fallen.
physical damage
Radiant's
crazy.
middle
The
tower
Hawk, your
has
courier?
fallen.
No. Oh, I lived. Okay, they actually ran into tier 4s but survived.
Ready to sweep round for the bottom set of racks.
Radiant's
Yep.
bottom tower.
One
Next.
move. We'll have everybody back up. Full hex on Lal.
Oh boy, it's coming out of the courier. They can't go on anyone on. they're too scared. Seneco's Ag's also about to be delivered. And Roger with an Aeon disc sitting in the tree lines also too. So yeah, there's just no one you can initiate on. And you're just slowly watching your base get whittled away and slowly watching your TI chances disappear as well. BetBoom.
Unfortunately so, yeah.
They're just,
Play
I mean,
for
they're
one
making it
move.
painful.
But I think on the plus, the fact that we've seen BetBoom come in with 2 consistent games here today in this series does mean that there may be a chance for them to provide some upset in the upcoming series versus Na'Vi and potentially outsiders.
Yeah, I mean, versus Na'Vi, I would say definitely
Yep.
a possibility. Versus outsiders, I think that's going to be a lot taller
It's
of an
true.
ask
It
for
does
sure,
feel
but
like outsiders, whoever they meet in that grand finals, they're going to be walking away with 3-0.
It
But
does feel like
you
it.
never know. You never know. But indeed, from what we've seen, definitely feels that way. We'll see another attempt here from one move to get something going as they'll jump forward with Afterlife, but him and Phantom M get taken down. Mello gets roared. Swap back as well. 3 dead on one move. As soon to be 4. Lal jumping in, looking to continue to clean them up. Knight will turn, but
Hex
he's
Orchid.
been hexed. And buybacks are going to have to come out. To Hack, he's heaping in up to the high ground. He'll be on top of Knight. Knight puts the BKB in the time. That was a third buyback comes in. He'll try with the spear, but the BKB's still up for Dahak. The spear doing nothing at all. Afterlife having to back up now himself with the BKB coming to an end. The 3 buybacks there from one move. They do at least mean that the Knight, the Weaver, gets left alone. But other than that, not finding anything and only pushing themselves further behind financially. Now down 34,000 gold.
Oh, and they can't do anything. They can't touch anybody. Like, they're doing no damage in the fight. Like, Weaver did 5k, but it felt like he did 0. As they just get completely ran over. It's 34,000 gold lead. It's getting pretty ridiculous. Now they get even another Roche. Refresher shard. No hope.
I should say that they will play on to the end. Just in case. For that 0.01% chance.
Well, Gaben doesn't see it.
Well, it might be there. Maybe, you know, they use the solid numbers or whole numbers. That's the word, isn't it?
Solid numbers, yes.
Solid numbers. I don't know, maths.
Maths. Almost 25 on the hack. I think dream game. 7-1-11.
Yeah. Very much showing that you got to maybe be prepared for him to still whip out the Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, even if there's base attack damage nerf, even if there's the shard change, still got to fear Dahak. It's about the play style, right? It's how they play with it.
No,
how much he dominates map.
Still looking as strong as ever.
Yeah. And they're so comfortable on it too, right? It's their style, so. Watch plays from both sides, immediately breaks to Lincoln's. That was dropping fast.
Have to try something.
Instant hex.
And he's gone. Has got buyback here now. He'll use it immediately. The Afterlife drops the arena. Not going to be able to catch anyone in that as he'll back away. The Brack's exposed. As they'll push on. Fortification comes out.
They know exactly what to do, right? The Wrath, how many times have they done it now? Like 3 times, 4 times, Wrath of Nature breaking in, and then they just get this time a swap hex Mellow.
He gets caught. He will get jumped to the side there by the rebound. Supernova's down there. Mellow's committed in, brought through the BKB. They're out of the game. Knight also to fall. Everybody dying here pretty much on one move. As the top racks are gone, GG is called. BetBoom will take this game too, and with that, the series 2-0. A big win for them, because as I say, with this win, they have secured at the least attendance at the last chance qualifier LAN. So a very, very exciting thing for them. And you know, this team, these players, we've seen BetBoom before. They have good potential when it comes to LAN. So you know, that last chance qualifier is going to be insane. But if they do end up indeed not managing to proceed through Na'Vi and Outsiders, and only, I say, make that to last chance qualify, I think they're going to be a fun team to watch.
Definitely. I mean, they're a team that kind of changes meta things. People even look at them and be like, oh, this is interesting. So, yeah, this is going to be super exciting. I mean, hats off to them. An excellent day for them. They had a couple, like, some back and forth series, but today that was not the case. They had Coach Seneko, you know, Captain Seneko was really on point today with his calls. Everything seemed perfect. I loved, you know, it's not even just about their draft, it's their macro game. The way that they just moved around the map, it didn't really matter. It didn't really look like it mattered what draft they had. They had a really clear understanding of how to play with whatever draft they had provided themselves. Yeah,
and an unfortunate series for one move. We'd seen some good showings for them, but I guess at the least maybe there'll be less frustration in the loss, in the sense that you got to imagine they must have just felt it in this series that there was just a pretty big difference between them and BetBoom today.
Yeah, I would imagine so, right? Like it looked like really early in the game, even though the kill score didn't really dictate it. Really in the game, you could see that they just were met with this unbreakable force.
Absolutely. And with that in mind, let's check out the bracket, as we'll be able to just give you a bit of a recap of what's happened and what we still have to come. As you can see the long road that these teams have been through in this qualifiers today. Now, moving on, Outsiders, of course, 2-0 against Na'Vi, the series we had previously. Very, very, very dominant. They've been making a run through the winner bracket, not dropping a single game. They will be in the grand finals tomorrow. But, of course, before that tomorrow, you will have BetBoom playing against Na'Vi for that spot, that chance to give your best shot against Outsiders in the grand finals. So 2 fantastic series tomorrow. I believe BetBoom versus Na'Vi you'll be having coming up first tomorrow, covered by Gareth and Sheepstick. And myself and Fog, we will return for the grand finals. So very much looking forward to that, Outsiders versus whoever's going to take it. I mean, sort of, you know, final thoughts of the day. From what you've seen from BetBoom and Na'Vi's performance, who would you say you would expect to see make into the grand finals tomorrow?
Oh, very different clash of styles. I think I like BetBoom a little more. I don't know. Na'Vi seems to be a little tripped up in sometimes, and especially if they put a lot of attention onto no one, I could see some struggles for Na'Vi.
Sure. That's true. We definitely saw the point, you know, the player that Outsiders knew to focus today. So maybe if BetBoom takes sort of a page out of their book, they might also be able to emulate a similar way of shutting down Na'Vi. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for tuning in today. I hope you've all enjoyed the Dota 2 here in the Eastern European qualifiers. One more day to go before we find out which team from the region will be getting that guaranteed spot to TI. I can't wait to see you all tomorrow, and I know I will. So tune in tomorrow. We'll catch you then for the final day of the Eastern European Regional Qualifiers for the International.